Howdy team, we're in PowerPoint chapter 1. I wanted to walk us through. I've downloaded the instructions and we're going to be working on wanting waffles. When you download the file, it'll default put your name here at the beginning of the Exploring PO1 grader. Go ahead and enable editing, and then I suggest renaming it. Sometimes it'll give you specific instructions and sometimes it won't. Let's take a look at what those instructions are. Start PowerPoint, download and open the file, save the file with your last name at the end. So we want to come back up here into our file name. We want to delete our last name that was defaulted. For me, it puts student. For you, it will put your last name. And down here, after H1, we want an underscore and our last name and then our first name. So I go ahead and put it in capitals. If you end up redoing this assignment, start putting a number 2 or a number 3 here at the beginning so you know which file you're uploading correctly to my IT Lab for grading. Well, let's get started with this assignment, shall we? Step 2. Replace your name on slide 1 by typing your name, apply the retrospect theme. And you'll look over here, this 5 points means these 2 tasks are worth 5 points. So I'm going to click in my name right here. I'm going to type my first and last name. And then it says apply the retrospect theme. So I'm going to go ahead and come up here to, I'm going to save first. And then I'm going to come to design, which is our 1, 2, 3, 4th tab. And here are all our themes. If you click the pull down arrow over here, you can see all the themes all together. I happen to just know that retrospect is right here. So on my computer, it happens to be the 7th column, first row, but you may have to mouse around till you see that name. A theme will give you a color palette, and will make your slides have the same colored theme throughout. I'll save, and that's the end of step 2. Step 3, insert a new slide with the section header layout after slide 1. So to insert a new slide, these are your thumbnails over here. This is your big slide area to work on over here. I'm going to click between slides 1 and 2, and you can see I get that little red line. I can insert a new slide on the Home tab under New Slide, or I can insert a new slide under Insert a New Slide, and I bet you can find at least 5 more ways to do it. So I'm going to click my Home tab and the New Slide pull-down arrow, and it asks us to insert a new slide with a section header layout. That happens to be our 3rd choice in New Slides. So I'm going to click that, and there's our section header layout. And it says type the following in the title placeholder. Wantin' Waffles provides gourmet quality food prepared on the spot in a clean mobile truck. What I do is I highlight that, and I'm going to put that in my title placeholder. And I just copy pasted and I saved. And that's the end of step 3. Step 4, double click the border of the title placeholder. That's here. And you'll see we get these little dot frames that tell us that we've selected that placeholder. I'm going to move it up a little bit so you can see. Change the font size to apply 60 font. Okay, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to go ahead and repin. And I don't think we got that. There we go. And we're going to click to 60. So we're trying to make it a little bit smaller so it fits in the title placeholder, and apply italics. So I'm going to come up here again in the font dialog box. I'm going to click I for italics. And that's the end of step 4. Step 5, click on slide 3, which is our thumbnail, slide 3 here, and then we see why we are hot, and add the following speaker's notes. Notes appear beneath our slide we're talking about, and the speaker of the presentation sees the notes, but the viewers of the presentation do not see the notes. I find it easier just to copy and paste, so I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to come into my speaker notes right down here. If you can't find those notes, you can click down here below at the notes. Click in there. I'm going to Control V and paste all that. I'm going to save, and that's the end. We're still on PowerPoint Chapter 1 on Step 6. Create a 4-column, 7-row table on Slide 4. I'm going to come over here to my thumbnails and click on Slide 4, and then you'll see inside my frame are small icons. The first icon is to insert a table. The second one is to insert a chart. The third one is to insert Smart Art Graphic, which we'll do later. There's to insert pictures from my computer, to insert pictures from the online web, and to insert a video. By using these icons, you pre-size whatever you're inserting into the frame already. And that's pretty much what Microsoft is looking for, or my IT lab at this assignment. So we need 4 columns and 7 rows. I'm going to click the table, and it brings up an Insert Table dialog box. I'm going to highlight my column number and type 4, and then it wants 7 rows, so I'm going to go ahead and use the other way and increase the rows by clicking my arrows up. And then I say OK, and it pre-selects the table. We've already been in a retrospect theme, so this is the retrospect default colors, and it pre-sized it to our slide frame area. In the first row, it asks us to type category, then last year. I just hit the tab between each one of the column headings. You could click your mouse if you prefer. So last year, this year, and increase. And now we have other items to type in. I'm going to pause the video and type those in. You type yours in, and we'll come back in just a second. Step 6 completed should look similar to this year-to-year comparison. Notice some columns had dollars, some column symbols, and some columns didn't. I attempted to copy the blue text as carefully as possible. That's the end of Step 6. Step 7. In the table you just created, apply the medium style to accent to table style. So when we're clicked on the table, Table Tools appears, and we have a design and a layout. The Design tab gives us all sorts of styles, and we're looking for a medium style, accent to. So we hover our mouse over, and there's medium style accent to. You're going to have to just move your mouse around till you find the correct table. We click on that, it slightly changes our colors, and format the table text font size to 18. So I'm going to highlight the entire table. I'm going to go to the Home tab, to our font panel, and I'm going to go to text 18, which looks like we were already defaulted on, and center align the headings. So we're going to come up here to our headings category, last name, and last year, and increase, and we're going to come up to the paragraph tile. Now you can also go here, and this would middle align, but you can also go here, and this will center align. Okay, so middle is up and down, and left and right and center is right here. And then it asks us to right align all numbers. So you would highlight just the number columns, and we're going to come up here, and in the paragraph dialog box you can click right align with those lines, and that moves all the numbers over to the right, and we have completed number 7. Don't forget to save. Step 8. Add a new slide after slide 4. I come over here to the thumbnails. I click between slide 3 and 4, and it asks us to use a comparison layout slide. I'm on the Home tab. You can also do this on the Insert tab under New Slides, and we want the comparison slide. So we're going to have like 2 divisions. We're going to have a left side and a right side, And now it says type wanton waffles as the title of the slide. And I've already told you my secret. I grab it off the instructions and I put it in and type luncheon waffles as the header on the left side. And type dessert waffles as the header on the right side. And I tap twice and I Control V, so I highlighted what was in my instructions with Control C. You can also right click and copy. And I double clicked and Control V to paste, or you can right click and paste as a heading to the right. Format the font size to 18 point. So I'm going to check here and we're at 20, so I'm going to move us down to 18. And I'm going to go here and move us down to 18. And then I think we are done with step 8 and we need to save. PowerPoint and step 9. Type the following items in column 1. Chicken and waffle grilled cheese, peanut butter waffle panini, zucchini parmesan waffle, and maple bacon waffle and margarita waffle pizza. That should go right here on the left side, and these other items on the right side. I stepped out for a moment and typed the 2 contents of step 9. We're going to save and go to step 10. Step 10, move slide 8. So we want to come on over here to our thumbnails. And we're here at slide 8, and it asks us to change it to slide 3. So we just click our mouse, we hold it, and we drag it up till we go after slide 1, after slide 2. Whoops. And there we are right after slide 3, and we saved in step 10. Step 11, display slide 3. And so we've clicked on the thumbnail 3, which brought up slide 3 over here, and search online pictures. Again, please remember it wants us to use the icon in the picture frame and go search that way. We get a default search with Bing and we type waffles. Search for the word waffles and we get all sorts of choices. Now, some of these may not be accepted because they're copyrighted. I'm going to click this one. Let's see if it accepts it. These results are creative. See, I cannot select this one because it has a license. So it's asking us to pick one that doesn't have a license. So I'm going to come on down here, maybe this one. And oh, it let me click it. I apologize. Insert an appropriate image into the placeholder. Insert the same image on slide 8. So I'm going to Control C and copy that image. You can also right click and click copy. And then I'm going to go over here on my thumbnails down to slide 8. Here it is. And I'm going to, you can right click and paste, or you can Control V and paste. And it's just ask us to put it in the right hand corner. Lower right hand portion of the slide. Resize is needed. We didn't really need to resize. And we're going to save, and that is the end of step 11. On slide 5 for number step 12, apply the fly-in entrance. So we need to go back to our thumbnails and go to slide 5. I'm on slide 6 right now, and there's slide 5. And it's saying apply fly-in entrance animation to the text box. So we click the text box. Our first year was profitable, and apply the fly-in entrance. So I'm going to come over here to animation, which is our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tab. And here's our fly-in animation. Look at all the choices we have. We can do all sorts of animations, but what it asked us to pick was fly-in. So we click that one and watch the whole text box fly in. And now it says apply the fly-in entrance to the text box containing our second year. So notice I'm clicking on the text box, not just the words. I'm clicking on the box, and we get that frame all around it. And we come again to the animation tab and click fly in. And now it says change the start options to after previous. So if we come over here in timing, right now our choice for timing is start on click, which means start on your mouse click. So these animations would not occur or appear until you click the mouse. But if we do after previous, which is what it's asking, once the slide appears, then the first animation will occur, then the second animation occur. We'll save again, and that will be the end of step 12. Step 13, click slide 8. So we're going to come over here to the left to our thumbnails, and we click slide 8, and it says apply the fly-in entrance animation to the text content placeholder. Well, this is our text content placeholder right here with create detailed financial proposal. So we're on slide 8, and we're going to come here to fly in, and it will do each bullet one after the other. We save, and then we're done with step 13. Step 14, start the slideshow from the beginning and navigate through the presentation. On slide 8, which is right here, they want us to underline the words detailed financial proposal. They want us to take a pen and circle the word at least 2 potential franchises next year. And then they want us to circle the word 10 in the third bullet. Exit the slide and keep the annotation. So you can come up here to slideshow, which is a little icon, or you can go to slideshow from the beginning, and it asks us to go through the presentation as if we were presenting it. Because I'm on double projectors, we have our presentation on the other side. I'm going to see if I can work with that real quick. 1 second. Start the slideshow from the beginning and navigate through the presentation. On slide 8, which is way down here, I do want to show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to underline detailed financial proposal. And then in the next bullet, we're going to circle the number 2. And in the third bullet, we're going to circle the number 10. So let's get started with that. We're going to go back to the beginning, and we're going to go to slideshow and from the beginning. As you'll notice, our presentation has gone into presentation mode, and now we're supposed to navigate our way down to the last slide, slide number 8. And you'll see how those 3 bullets came in. Notice as I move my mouse down in presentation mode, I have 3 icons, well, little circles down here. Those can help me navigate back and forth as a presenter. This is a pen that enables me to circle. So I'm going to click the pen, and I'm going to go ahead and choose red. It did not tell us what color we want, but I'm going to choose the red color, and I am going to underline detailed financial proposal, and this is with my finger on the laptop, so it's kind of messy. And I'm going to circle the number 2 for at least 2 potential franchises and expand to 10 additional franchises in the second year. And now it asks us to make sure that we save, and we're going to end show, and it says when you end show, do you want to keep your ink annotations? And the instructions ask us to keep them. So I'm going to click keep, and now we're back, and you can see how those annotations are kept. And we can go on to step 15. Which is to display the print preview of the presentation with 4 slides per handout horizontally. So I'm going to go to File and Print. And when I'm in print, right now it's printing 1 page per print, but I want 4 handouts horizontally, and that happens to be this selection. So I'm going to click that. I'm going to go ahead and save. And now it's time to close, exit the presentation, and submit as directed. Let's see how. I have logged back into my IT lab. I'm going to click on Course Materials, and at Course Materials, I'm going to go to PowerPoint. At PowerPoint, I'm going to click on PowerPoint Chapter 1. And then I'm going to click on Activities, which is the same as Assignments. I'm now clicking on PowerPoint Chapter 1 Grader, and here's the Grader project. This time we are going to upload, hopefully, the correct project. You do have 2 attempts. Come over here to step 3. Choose the file that's located on your computer. I navigated back to where I saved my file. I want you to notice that I expanded the date modified, and you can see right here that for me, October 10th is today's date, and I finished at 10:21. Be careful as you download files. You will have so many files that look similar. Make sure you upload the correct PowerPoint Chapter 1 Grader 1. And when you do that, you have to click Upload, and then it loads to my IT lab and says it's successful, but you must also click Submit for grading, and then it says you're done. We can go back and see how we did. And I may have uploaded the incorrect file again. Let's see. I know you guys can beat that score. A second ago, I paused the video because my IT lab was spinning. It is important when you download your files and save your files to your computer to go ahead and log out of my IT lab. It will actually time you out, but you won't realize it. So I had to close Google Chrome. I had to reopen Google Chrome and re-upload. So good luck. I know you can beat this grade. Do your best. Thanks for sharing.